Yo, what is up, scent heads, smell beast, and frag freaks? It's your boy. My name is Mega Dave, and this is Oh So Fraiche. Yo, what is good, Fresh fam? For everybody returning, I want to say thank you so much for being a freshie. It really means a lot. And if this is your first time here, welcome. As I said before, my name is Mega Dave. This is my channel, Oh So Fraiche. I do reviews on fragrances that I absolutely love, and I hope that you love them too. If you do, give me 2 huge fresh thumbs up. That lets me know that you enjoy the content. Also, think about subscribing and hitting me down decent in my belly. Give it one good wallop. Poof. There you go. Now you're updated and you know when I'm going to be dropping new flames like this, because who knows, it could be your favorite fragrance that I review next. But today is all about Mega Dave's favorites. The one biggest message I get is what are my tops, my top 5, my top 10. I'm bringing it to you. I put a list together that is attainable. I have other fragrances from Dua that I think that are more my favorite, but I don't want to list those because those are out of stock, discontinued, may never come back. So I want something that you all can reach and get and have. They all have criteria. So my top 10, I look for things from each season, each use, and they need to have some reason that they're in my top 10, not just that they smell great. Otherwise I would have a top 100, right? So they have to be great for a certain occasion. They have to have great longevity, which Dua is no problem. But for this one, everyone in my top 10 has at least 9-10 hours longevity. So that's easy win. And they have to be a fantastic scent that I just cannot live without. So again, I wanted to put in Hangover with the Mobster. I would have loved to put in Tropicalia, but a lot of these are discontinued. Who knows if they're gonna come back? So let's get straight into it. And I've broken this into 2 days. So we're gonna do one honorable mention because I really did not want to leave it out. We're gonna do that one all the way up to number 6, and then we're gonna do my top 5 again the day after, so you can kind of see, because I want to spend some time on each one of these. All of these except for one I have a review of, which I need to do really soon. I was trying to keep it hidden, but let's get straight into it. All right, my one honorable mention is a fantastic scent. Like I said, I could not put a list without putting this in there because it is so special. I just could not see it bumping the number 10 spot out of the way, but my honorable mention is one that will always be in my inventory. Even if I didn't have a top 10, it has to be Poseidon's Tux. All right, those in Facebook and in Fragcom know how much I talk about this. People ask me what my favorite tux is. For those that do not know, Poseidon's Tux is a blend between the king himself, Creed Aventus, and Yves Saint Laurent's Tuxedo, which is a gorgeous gentleman's fragrance, a rose-based fragrance that I think that they did a stellar job. So this kind of just freshens that tux up, which tux by itself is phenomenal. But this added pineapple to me makes it a little bit better, a little more fun, and definitely great for the office. This thing is super powerful, but as I said, it's very gentlemanly, makes you feel fantastic, very debonair when you put it on, and everybody will love this. So like I said, this is my one that I think is perfect exactly for the office. It's fresh smelling, it lasts a long time, it's not over powerful, even though it is very strong, and it's very pleasing, so no one's going to be offended when you're wearing this and they catch whiffs of that pineapple and that rose in the air. They're gonna ask what you're wearing, and you tell them proudly, you're wearing one of Mega Dave's favorites, Poseidon's Tux. All right, coming up next is a mega star in Dua. Everyone loves this fragrance. I don't know why you would hate it. It is a fragrance that took the world by storm when it came out. It's a hybrid, of course. Sam and Dua does these better than anybody else, and it is definitely one of my favorites. It's a newer fragrance. It came out late last year. It took the world by storm. I put this video up and it did extremely well. So apparently people love it as well. Midnight Rendezvous at Casino Royale. Enough has been said about this fragrance. Tons and tons of people are getting this. It comes in stock. It goes back out. It's very hard to grab. It's kind of like a little elusive unicorn, even though you can catch this unicorn. But this one is absolutely incredible. For those that do not know what Midnight Rendezvous is, it's a love child between Midnight Rendezvous, which is Yves Saint Laurent's La Nuit de l'Homme, the vintage version, and of course, Mason Francis Kirkjohn's Baccarat Rue 540 X-Straight, the beast, put together in a perfect blended scenario where they just work. The 2 scents with the cardamom and the amber, it is so sexy. It's nutty, it's woody, it's spicy, it's sexy, it's fresh, it's wonderful all in one. It is a phenomenal fragrance. Of course, this thing lasts forever, 10 plus hours on my skin. This one, if I had to pick one fragrance, this is perfect for date. I'm taking this one over anything. And yes, I'm picking this over Midnight Rendezvous. I already did a battle, so you guys know which one came out on top. This one has a slight edge with a little bit of difference that Midnight Rendezvous by itself does not have. So definitely in your inventory, you need to have Midnight Rendezvous at Casino Royale. All right, coming up next, my number 9 spot. I need one that's gonna scream, right? I need one that's gonna push when you wanna get noticed. I don't always wanna be the center of attention, but when I do wanna be the center of attention, I can pick one fragrance that I know is going to push through no matter what people are wearing. They're gonna smell you, and that's Duoman. All right, for those that are brand new to Dua fragrances, Duoman is the vintage version of Jean-Paul Gaultier's Le Male, the vintage version from way back that used to last for 13 days on your skin. That's this fragrance here. This is Mr. In Your Face, Mr. Loud, Mr. Does It All. Fantastic, great for ladies, great for men, great for every scenario. This thing just works. It is definitely an attention grabber. It lasts 12 plus hours, probably out of all of my duos. This one lasts the longest. I don't know why. I have a bunch, but this thing is beyond beast mode. The projection on it, 3 plus hours, going forever, pushes well beyond your arm's reach. So you're putting a bubble out into the earth, into the atmosphere, into the stratosphere, and people are gonna smell you when you wear this. This one is my one. I don't really do it anymore, but when I go to clubs or if I go to some type of night venue like that, not a sit-down restaurant, I'm talking about going in a bunch of people, sweaty, dancing, moving around, and you want to be able to push and get yourself noticed. This is that. So this is a club fragrance. Everybody knows Le Male. Everybody knows Duoman as well. This is better performance, cheaper price, easier to get. What else can I say? Duoman. All right, coming up next, another newer acquisition. This was one that was talked about for a very long time, and I know Sam worked extremely hard to get this to us, but he had to see where could he add value because the original already was pretty strong as it is. So he pushed and gave us something that is absolutely amazing. It is one that I will never be without in my collection. It's been in numerous videos because it is that good, even though it is a newer fragrance. Royal Chariot Attar. All right, for those that do not know, this is the Dua's version of Parfum de Marly's Wonder Child, Leighton. Leighton has took the world by storm, especially last year. This thing caught steam and was taking off and people absolutely loved it. But how could Dua make it any better, right? He went and did an attar. An attar is pure natural oils. Those are generally dabbed onto your pulse points. You have to rub them to activate them. They wake up, they stay on you literally forever until you try to wash them off. He went out, did his thing, and did a sprayable attar. For those that have seen my video know these are thick, tons of oil in them, and they just last. This is a 12 plus hour pusher as well. Borderline is good or better than Duoman. It's I need to do a side-by-side test of those to see which one actually lasts longer. But this thing probably takes the cake on projection, for me at least. This thing pushes and pushes and pushes. I'd be willing to say that I'm getting like 5 hours projection from this thing, hard push. And I don't like to do more than 3. With this one is probably too much as well. You could probably just hit 1 and be good for the entire week because it is phenomenal. It will not come off of your clothes. I always stay back with this thing too, a good 2 foot. But It is phenomenal. This thing is one that I wear when I'm going out to large festivals, to large gatherings outside, picnics and things like that, where the air is going to be out. And there's a lot of room for this thing to gallop, because the ponies will definitely overtake if you're in closed spaces. So this is not office. This is not sitting in church, things like that. This is being out in the open with air going around. That's going to carry 6 miles down the road if you're at a picnic, through the hot dogs and all the beer and all the cigarette smoke. This is going to push through, and you're going to have zero problem getting noticed and getting attention. So this one here, Royal Cherry Tartar, always will be in my collection. Super, super fantastic scent. Get it. All right, coming up next, this one actually used to be a little bit higher in my collection, but I just had to finagle some things around and really just worry about what is essential to me. This one is my absolute favorite from Sam as an original dual blend. This thing is a perfect citrus beast. You guys have all heard me talking its praises up and down on the Duo Fragrance Lovers group. Flagship. What else can be said about this thing that I haven't said about it already? Super bright citrus, neroli, vetiver, super clean, super bright, lasts 10+ hours, pushes through. It is just a perfect, gorgeous beauty. Look at all the little particles floating in there. Probably, no doubt, actual pieces of orange and lime just in there doing their thing. This thing was macerating all winter, just ready to go. And this thing has been pushing and getting ready to hit spring and summer if we ever get out of the dang house. I can't wait to get this on the street and let a lot of people smell this and get their honest opinions about it. But this one probably should be in my top 5, but it's so hard to pick. And I have another freshie that's in there that to me is better, but this one definitely should be in most people's top 10. If you're looking for a fresh, gorgeous neroli scent, you have to be a fan of neroli and vetiver, but this one will put you on your heels, and it's gonna make you feel great, feel clean. It's gonna last. The sun has no problem with this. Awesome scent. If I have to pick one scent for the beach when I'm going out, when I used to live in Florida, this thing will definitely get the job done. So if I'm going to the beach and I know the sun's gonna come there and I want something fresh, but won't be sticky on me, but will also last at the same time, I'm going to Flagship 19 times out of 19, okay? So definitely get your nose on Flagship if you haven't already. All right, coming up in my number 6 spot, another one that was teetering on the edge of my top 5, and actually before I was acquiring different scents, in the very beginning stages of Duo when I first got in, this was definitely in my top 5, probably a little higher than that, probably close to my top 3. It is an amazing scent. It is a gorgeous, gorgeous fragrance. And actually, if you talk to Mike Heiser on the Duo Fragrance Lovers group, this is his absolute baby. He's the champion for this thing. He has a growler full of it. He has multiple bottles all around his house loaded with this. I think this is his scent of life, he said the other day on the Facebook group. It is a gorgeous scent, and it's called Aphrodisiac. All right, for those that do not know, this is from Initio's Psychedelic Love, and it definitely is love, and it is psychedelic. I haven't smelled this in a long time. I just did a maceration video with this thing too. It is a very gorgeous, sweet, but seductive, warmer, spicy fragrance, kind of like an incense and myrrh, some light cinnamon in here. It is a very gorgeous, seductive fragrance. It is so good. It is definitely not meant for summer or anything like that. In cooler climates, you'll probably get away with this all the time. It is a wonderful fragrance. It is so mysterious. It is so seductive. I just love this thing. This is my choice for winter. It has very good 11-12+ hours on me. It pushes. It's super strong. So in the wintertime, it's gonna have no problem just eating through the ice, the snow, the cold winds. And on top of that, it's gonna make you feel super sexy. Women love it, men love it. It is awesome. I don't know anybody who hates this. So definitely, if you've never smelled this, get your hands on it because it is phenomenal. Aphrodisiac. All right, for my top 10 fragrances, that is my first section. So from the honorable mention from Poseidon's Tux all the way to the super seductive Aphrodisiac, that's all I have for you. Stay tuned for my 5 through 1 That's going to be my top 5 coming after this. Like I said, I'm going to do them in 2 parts because they all deserve their own pieces. I have reviews for every single fragrance besides the one that's coming up tomorrow. So definitely, please stay tuned. I love you guys so much. Be blessed and stay fresh. We got these shorties on the floor.